Hello everybody, it's Asa the Greek and welcome back to another Projectedensgarden video. Today we'll be discussing Chapter 1, which is going to be released very soon. I do have a new Death Order prediction in the works, but I figured since this is the one people are more interested in, with it being out soon and all, I might as well go more in depth here and have a quick summary in the full video. But enough about that, let's get right into it. And I do hope you can hear the baby crying upstairs. To anyone that watched the Chapter 1 trailer with a magnifying glass, like myself, the victim must be pretty obvious by now. Toshiko, the ultimate matchmaker, is nowhere to be seen during the class trial section of the trailer. In all honesty, when watching the trailer for myself, I was expecting the team to show all students in the trial, so as to not spoil who the victim is. Now, in their defense, the way they made the trailer, it was easy to miss that someone wasn't there. I had to go back and count every person on the screen to realize that Toshiko wasn't shown. Most people will watch the trailer once and get hyped, so I suppose it'd be too much work to render whole scenes with Toshiko there when they can just use scenes where she isn't. Now, Toshiko is next to Jet and Ulysses during the trial, as we saw in the prologue. When a student is talking, you always get to see the people next to them, left and right. And we don't get a scene where Jet or Ulysses are the main guy on screen. We do see them, of course, but just glimpses enough to give us the illusion that everyone is here. And when looking at all the students' backs while facing Tozu, Jet is so much taller compared to Toshiko that you can't be certain if he's covering her with his body or not. And this makes sense. The first victim is always a character that has been pretty important in the prologue in Chapter 1. Sayaka seemed to be the side protagonist in danganronpa 1, Tsugami really made us think this was a time-skip Byakuya, and there wasn't a more mysterious character than Rentaro in Ring 3. Here, Toshiko was huge during the introductions, as Damon explored the academy with Wolfgang, Grace, Toshiko and Eva, with the last not really saying much. She was also very well informed when it came to most of the other cast members, providing a lot of info for the players. Considering that she's a teenage girl, she's very energetic and, honestly, she's one of the characters that leaves a strong impression, or at least she did to me. So her dying makes too much sense. So, if Toshiko is the first victim, who is the first killer? As I said in the trailer reaction, the chapter title always has some connection to the case itself. Beneath the veil of hypocrisy. When I read the chapter's name, I was left confused. Who could be the hypocrite that killed a child? My first thought was Wolfgang. That makes zero sense though. Then I thought of Ingrid, a character that seems to possess mother-like traits, as well as Kai, because, well, I'm suspicious of him in general. But then it hit me. There is a certain animal that symbolizes hypocrisy, and it so happens that a member of the cast has that animal in their design. The chameleon often represents hypocrisy, and it makes sense as they can adapt to their surroundings. And who has a chameleon in their design? Diana Venetia, the ultimate cosmetologist. The moment I saw the chameleon's symbolism, it was like my third eye opened. It made so much sense. Here's why. Who better to be the hypocrite than Diana, the person who mainly works with hypocrites? Allow me to explain. The word hypocrite comes directly from the Greek word. When you want to call someone a hypocrite in Greek, you call them hypokriti. The word hypocrisy comes from the Greek word hypokrisis from the old dialect. You know what else comes from that word? Acting. If I was attending an acting school, I'd say that I study hypokritiki. Toshiko herself informs us that Diana has many clients in Hollywood. Pretty much all big celebrities want to hire her. And we also get this small info of Diana being new in the industry, meaning that she doesn't have her talent for that long. Another symbolism for chameleons is jealousy. Diana throughout the whole prologue, and I'm willing to bet Chapter 1, has appeared to be one of the nicer, if not the nicest and friendliest cast member. She appears supportive, polite, she tries to motivate the others during the trial, she steps in to defend Kai from Damon's mean attitude, and yes, we have other characters that are nice, it's not just her. But she's the most vocal of them. So what if this was all a lie? What if this nice person that Diana has going for her is a mask, a facade, a way for her to climb the hierarchy, to become more and more popular? What if her jealousy is driving her to appear nice and friendly so people like her more, to the point where she can be herself to get so powerful that she won't need the masses' approval? We get to see much of each character's backgrounds and story, so everything can change. But when talking about hypocrites, Diana seems like a likely candidate. Not only that, but it would kill the cast's morale. Imagine knowing this super nice, capable and trustworthy person turns out to be this really moral liar that killed the child. That would fuck you up, right? Who would you trust afterwards? I said it before, but Toshiko is a 15-year-old girl. She's a child. Realistically speaking, if someone wanted to kill, the easiest victim would be her. She's possibly the weakest member of the cast, so almost everyone could overpower her in a struggle, with some exceptions. And due to her admiring Ultimate so much, she'd be the most trusting out of anyone here. In Diana's introduction, Toshiko is praising her constantly, to the point that even Wolfgang feels the need to comment on how much she knows about her. Pair that with Toshiko always covering her face, and you have a case. While I'm sure we'll eventually see what Toshiko was hiding, it's clear that this was due to her insecurity. There's no one more insecure than a teenage girl, after all. Probably from being bullied about it, whether that's just a big nose or weird teeth or whatever it could be. There's something that Toshiko clearly wants to hide, so it's very possible that Diana could help her cover this ugly feature with her makeup. After all, she's the ultimate cosmetologist. If she can fix this, no one can, right? So this could very well be the excuse Diana needs to get Toshiko alone and kill her. At the time of this recording, we have about 2 weeks until Chapter 1's release, and I can't wait. But do you guys think Diana is the killer here? Do you think there's a chance Toshiko isn't the victim? Are you excited about Chapter 1, as I am? Do let me know in the comments, but until then, take care and I'll see you next time.